Hello Drive Radio fans, Richard Rush here today with my dad, John Rush, behind the camera. And this is the review of the 2017 Toyota Corolla. This is the XSE trim package, essentially the top of the line trim package on here. So I don't have the window sticker in front of me. I do apologize about that, but this car as it sits, and we'll get into some of the features and options that it does have, is right around $26,000. So some of you are going to say, well, for a Corolla, my word, that's a whole lot of money. Yes, but you've got to compare some of the options, and we were actually just talking about that. Some of the options that this car has on it compared to some of the other sedans in this class at this price point and what you get. So without further ado, Dad, why don't we give them a quick walk around? They haven't changed a whole lot from 2016 to 2017. And part of what they've changed from 2016 to 2017 is the new front end work. It's a little bit different of a grille, new LED headlights. We'll show you in just a second, but they've got upgraded upholstery on the inside, a standard rear view camera on all trims, and the Toyota Safety Sense package is available, not on all trims, but on a lot of the trims that you can get, which you're not going to typically find. Again, some of those safety features are the rear view camera I mentioned, forward collision warning, lane departure intervention, an adaptive cruise control. You also get quite a bit of high fuel economy. So again, in terms of the look, and I apologize, I just jumped into the shot there. In terms of the look of the car, most of you are going to say, well, they haven't changed a whole lot from last year. No, you're correct. There is a 50th anniversary SE model that we actually drove last year that's still available for this year, which is just a nice feature. It'd be a nice little extra kind of trim package to have. This car comes available in a CVT transmission, which this car does have on it, as well as a 6-speed manual. We'll get into that more along the driving. Personally, especially at our altitude here, and this also, real quick, this is kind of ties in. This comes with a TRD exhaust, as I believe it's a $500 or $600 option on it. Sounds awesome. This car sounds mean driving down the road, but with the CVT transmission, you don't have much power or oomph behind that, I guess, sound and that noise. So with that being said, I guess let's hop into the trunk really quick here. And with this, I didn't know this before, but there is actually a button to unlock the trunk right here. I got to make sure I get it right there to pop it open. Obviously not an automatic trunk on a Corolla, but again, does open. Apologize, this is stuff from Toyota right here. There's a little bit of a safety, tire pressure sensor and such. More than enough room here in the trunk. I don't know the exact specs, but more than enough room. Underneath this, you do have a spare tire, but again, as we always say, there is room to put some jackets, a med kit, flashlights, whatever it might be back in there. I really like what they've done back here, just in terms of you get a whole lot of room in this vehicle, which is something that's really nice. I do believe the seats fold down, Dad, so I'm going to leave that open and show you. Yep, you just pull up right here, and those fold down. So really nice features. You can see it's not going to fold flat. There's nothing on this seat in front of us right here. It's just how these seats work. So you're going to have a little bit of a slope up there, but it's something that's nice. If you got skis or a little bit larger cargo, you went to Costco, you bought that TV that you didn't know you were going to buy when you went, you can throw that in here, no problem, no issue at all. Really nice. One other thing I will point out, Dad, before we hop in, I like this spoiler that they've added. I believe this is an option on this vehicle as well. We'll grab the window sticker when we get inside. I'll go over everything there, which is, it's a really nice, I don't know, just a nice subtle feature I feel like that Toyota has added. So with that, why don't we come around here, we'll hop into the back seat, and I do want to show everyone, you can actually see the seat down, but I want to show you what the back seat is. We don't do this well enough in terms of the room before we actually hop in. It's kind of hard when 5'10" guys hop in and you can't really see the vehicle. So I'm going to hop in real quick right here. I'm going to put this up. This is set, again, for myself and my dad, 5'10" drivers. You know, more than enough room. I mean, are these the most comfortable seats that you're going to find in a sedan? Probably not, but could you travel a decent amount of time in here? Absolutely. One thing with this exhaust, actually I had some passengers in here last night, The exhaust back here gets a little bit whiny in the CVT transmission when you wrap it up, and we'll show you that here in just a second. Just something to note. There's no power ports or anything there. You do have some cup holders right here in front. Dad, let's show them. We talked about this in the beginning. The nice interior styling. I really like what they've done. They've kind of added this nice blue, the black and blue accent right there. You've got some storage compartments, whether it be for a coffee cup or a water bottle, whatever it might be in the door. Other thing to note is if you are a taller passenger, and we'll do our best to show you this, especially with this sunroof, you don't have a whole lot of room. Just the honest to goodness truth. Again, we always have Walt behind the camera here, and we try to get him into these cars every week so we can see what it's like for taller individuals. Not a whole lot of room. Front seat, you're okay. Back seat's going to be a little bit hard pressed to get them in comfortably. So with that being said, let's hop into the front seat, show you some of the interior features of the 2017 Toyota Corolla XSE. All right, fans, here in the front seat kind of portion, 2017 Toyota Corolla, I want to show you the door apportionments. Again, that's part of what's new for 2017. Upgraded interior upholstery, really nice features. Again, for a car of this I don't want to say magnitude, but at this price point, really nice piping throughout. This is a nice soft touch leather material. I do like this blue piping that they have ran down the side. There's also in the back as well, and we showed you that along the door trim. Really nice feature. This is the N-Tune audio system that Toyota's become famous for. It is an added option on this vehicle. You've got a lot of the safety sense controls right here, 2 cup holders in here, a smaller glove box right here that does actually have a leather top on here, which is a really nice feature, and it's 2-stage, so you can put a phone, something in here in the top, and if you wanted to actually access the deeper center console area, you can certainly do that. Really quick before we get driving, because it's a lot easier to do this here. This car rated 28 and 35, 31 miles per gallon. We've actually been able to average right at 36 miles per gallon after my lead foot got in here, actually about 33, 34, so a little bit higher than what it's rated for. This base price on this vehicle is $22,680. The N-Tune audio system is $525. The universal tablet holder, which it says it has, is $100. We haven't, I think it's in the back there. TRD Performance Exhaust and the TRD Performance Air Filter is about a $750 combined option. Illuminated door sills, $300. Mud guards, $129. Paint protection film, $400. Rear bumper protector, $80. Wheel lock, $67. And the carpet trunk mat set for $224. And with destination, total $26,101. But again, you can get the base of this car, even honestly if you wanted to add this plus a TRD exhaust, for right around $24,000, which isn't too bad of a buy. With that being said, let's take a quick drive. Alright fans, we're going to try something normally don't do on a Toyota Corolla. TRD exhaust. We're going to fire it up and let you listen to it. Here we go. Really a fantastic noise, and so we'll pause the video and take a quick drive. Alright fans, quick driving, 2017 Toyota Corolla. Outside of this optional N-Tune system, everything's pretty standard. Single climate control system. You do have heated seats right down here, which is nice. Auxiliary port, or auxiliary port, USB port, power port right here. Just some really, honestly, some really nice features in our opinion here. Sorry, getting a phone call there. Again, N-Tune audio system, very easy to use, one of our personal favorites. Dad, let's show them the rear view camera. No dynamic grid lines, which isn't a big deal, just something we like to note for everyone, but you can still get right along close to the curb without much of an issue. No problems there. Does come again with Toyota safety sense in terms of the lane departure warning and assist. You've got the adaptive cruise control, the frontal collision warning, the rear cross traffic alert, all that fun stuff. Again, as we said kind of in the opening part of this review, this does have the CVT transmission. The 6-speed manual is an option, and at our altitude especially, some people may disagree, I would definitely, absolutely opt for that option, or not even opt for the CVT transmission. And when we get down here to a little bit of a hill, I'll actually kind of go left here and we'll show you. Reason being, this car just does not have enough power, and I love the exhaust on this, but as you'll see in just a second, it gets a little bit, I guess, annoying. So you can see there. So it does have those simulated shifts that you will find on a lot of the CVT transmissions in those vehicles. But again, Toyota, if you're listening, or for buyers out there, this is not enough power for our altitude. It just gets whiny. It doesn't lurch into traffic like you would like. You have to keep it in sport mode in order to get enough of a kick, in order to get up a hill, even with 2 passengers, 2 or 3 passengers. Just something to know. Now, would that prevent us from buying this car? Probably not, but you can find some competitors that are actually very, very similarly priced, and they come with more power. So personally, we would opt for that manual transmission, which just gives you a little bit extra control over your gear selection, how much power you do have at which point in time. So just something to note. In terms of the rest of the vehicle, everything's honestly very similar. Actually, real quick, Dad, we always forget to mention this, but it's one of our personal favorite features. All Toyotas, I believe, come equipped, or most of them do, with the pausing of live radio. Other manufacturers, I don't think Toyota has a patent on that, because Chevrolet did it for a few years and then they've stopped. That should be standard on every vehicle. And if you don't know about it, let me explain. When you actually take a phone call, it will actually pause the live radio. So let's say you're listening to talk radio, you're listening to a song, and someone calls you. Whatever it is, it automatically stops it. When you end the call, it resumes talking, or it resumes at that exact point in time. Or, in fact, it will actually record the past 20 minutes worth of audio. You can pause it, move it back, whatever. If you miss something on the radio, you can do that. Just something to note, which is a really, really great feature we don't give Toyota enough credit for, which is really nice. Other last thing before we get into the opinion is the sunroof on this vehicle, which again is a really, really nice feature that Toyota has added. What is our opinion? I think you've gathered it, which is, this is a very solid car. Is it going to blow you away and wow you? Probably not, but Toyota continues to build this thing. This car, and Dad, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe this and the Camry would be, if you took up their total sales of all time, would be in the top 10 of car companies as a whole, which I believe is correct, which is incredible for a vanilla car, as a lot of people call it. It's a stable car. It's a Toyota. This car is going to go many, many, many miles, is relatively affordable in terms of the options that you can equip this car with. Overall, just 2 thumbs up from us. A few changes in terms of the transmission. I would like to maybe see a little bit more power, Toyota, maybe even a different engine option on it, but for sure that manual option for us at this altitude. Dad, what were your thoughts?
Yep, just get a manual.
Yeah, and that's pretty much all we can say about it. Everything else about the car is very solid. So with that being said, if you want to learn more about this car or want to go purchase a car, head to your local Toyota dealer, ask questions, get your family involved. If you do that, let them know that John and Richard Rush from Drive Radio sent you.